Joshua summons Reuben, Gad, and the half-tribe in Manasseh in order to debrief them. He thanks them for their obedience to the King of the universe and honoring the oath they swore to Moshe. After 6 years of war, they are allowed to return home to their families. However, they are ordered to obey Torah and return when war is declared, which unfortunately would arrive sooner than anticipated. As the standard army arrives at the Yarden, they build a large altar. Upon hearing this altar having been built, the western tribes send their armies to fight their cousins across the river under the misunderstanding of this altar being a Thanksgiving memorial and not an alternative altar, as opposed to the one that was in Gilgal, or is in Gilgal. In the ensuing conference, Pentecost and tribal representatives come to the conclusion that this altar was built to remind the western tribes that though they are separated by the Yarden, they are cousins, therefore the same people as the eastern tribes. If such a memorial is in rebellion to the king, they inform the elders of the western tribes and the leading Kohen that they are ready to die. The Kohen and the elders leave and return to the western tribes, informing them of the purpose of the altar. The southeastern tribes call the altar Ad, witness between the tribes that the king is the Lord. In time, the Mikdash is moved to Shechem, and it's here that Joshua gathers the tribal governments together. He commands all of them to obey the Torah, abandon all pagan idols, details the laws and rulings, and buries a witness in the form of a boulder. On Nisan the 26th, April 22nd, at 110 years old, Joshua dies on his property in the Ephraim mountain town of Tanan Sirach. The same year, the mummy of Joseph is buried after its departure from Egypt during the Exodus over 60 years ago. Azar dies and is buried on his property in Ephraim.